All right, it says I'm live. Except sometimes there's a delay on that, but it says I am live. Let's head on over to Rumble and boot Rumble in the butt. I gotta redo my pre-roll on Rumble someday when I get off my lazy butt. All right, I am up on Rumble. Hello, Rumble. By the way, thank you, Rumble. My last couple streams have far outstripped the YouTube views. In fact, one of them got, I believe, almost 10 times the views. And for my any channel, trust me, that means something. So thank you, Rumble. All right, let me go over here and double check. Yes, YouTube is going on the dashboard. Sometimes YouTube, if you don't go to the dashboard screen, it actually doesn't officially go. All right. How you doing today? Welcome to Tuesday. Here to talk about a specific topic this time. We are going to talk about the Colorado attacker. Mohamed Sabry Soliman. And this total jackass. Now, I've already heard a few rumblings from a few Democrats. Not too many yet, because this is a very hot button issue. I'm not sure how much they want to put themselves out there for this one, honestly. This is a big thing, and a lot of Democrats are so far hiding under their rock, as they should, because they are 100% complicit. Yes, I'm sorry, complicit. Remember, Democrats lied to us for 4 years about Biden every which way. And also, so did a lot of Republicans. So you get a big screw you also. But Democrats told us for 4 years, do not believe your lying eyes when it comes to Biden, the economy, the border, none of it. Democrats were the ones trotting out there saying, the border's closed, the border's closed, the border's closed. Bullcrap. This man, if we'd been following our immigration laws, would have been out of here. These people never would have been attacked. So, yeah, I am butt tired of this. But I have heard rumblings of a few random posts on X and stuff. I'll probably try to dig them up for tonight. See if I can find them again. I was just doing it while I was at the gym, so I apologize. But that's why I'm just saying rumblings. I don't have it to put in front of your face to prove it again. I saw some posts from some lefties. Oh my God, they're going after his family. Yep. Colorado terror attack suspect Mohamed Sabry Soliman's wife and 5 children detained by ICE face deportation. Not only did the Biden administration not deport this asshole right there, but he had 6 other people illegally here with him. 7 people in one shot. And I am automatically going to come out and say, sorry, I am double checking my sound because last night some people said my sound was not working. There we go, covering my butt. Okay, it is working. And I had it on last night. It just suddenly went off for 30 seconds. So I'm paranoid. But you know what? This is idiotic. The whining I saw was some of the people go, oh my God, his family, they probably didn't know. Are you kidding me? You live with this man. You're married to this man. You're going to tell me if I was going to go this radical, plan something for a year, make all the Molotovs, all the other crap, have everything ready to go. You're going to tell me my wife and children saw nothing, had no idea? I'm going to call big time bullshit. Big time. They knew. And I'm going to say, in my opinion, everybody, they were just as radical as him. And it's a good thing we arrested these asses and they're going to be out of here. But let's head on over here to New York Post, and we also will look at one from BBC. I am on a short leash because we have dog obedience tonight. So anything longer, if I get time, will be in the later stream tonight. Be around 10, 11-ish. We'll see how that goes. not quite better from my scurvy I picked up there for a couple days. My gym workout was pretty horrid today. Whew. The wife and all 5 children of Colorado terror suspect Mohamed Sabry Soliman have been arrested by federal immigration agents and will be swiftly deported, sources told the Post. Soliman, 45, an Egyptian national, who is accused of injuring 12 people with a homemade flamethrower and Molotov cocktails. You know what? I know we're supposed to say this, accused. But you know what? There's too much on video. All the witnesses, nah, he did it. I played video of him standing there, Free Palestine, and the Zionists, and them all. No, this jackass did it. Got him with the burn marks on his face here because he was, oopsie, got himself. Too bad not enough. Just my opinion. So yeah, Molotov cocktails are an anti-Semitic attack in Boulder. Was living in the U.S. illegally for 2 months after his legal status expired on March 28th. Thing is, he really never should have been here. They didn't vet anybody. The way they're talking about how his ability to be here was extended a little bit, maybe illegally. So, I don't know. They're trying to move the goalposts now. A lot of them are to try to get the blame off the Democrats, but this is still left over from them. Following his arrest on Sunday, ICE and Homeland Security investigation agents have taken his family into federal custody, a Department of Homeland Security official told the Post. And this is, by the way, Democrats, why we're trying to kick these people out of here. No vetting, no nothing. Tom Homan is going after a good amount, not enough in my opinion, but my gods, we got to get these people out of here. We don't know who they are. Following his arrest on Sunday, ICE and Homeland Security investigation agents have taken his family into federal custody, a Department of Homeland Security official told the Post. Mohammed's despicable actions will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, but we're also investigating to what extent his family knew about this horrific attack, if they had knowledge of it, or if they provided support to it. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said in a statement, if they knew it all, which I'm going to say total bullshit, that none of them knew anything. He planned this crazy crap for a year, set all this up, and his wife, if he didn't mention it to them, if they didn't pick up on a bit of it, bullshit. That is a horrid family. I mean, God, even the most, kind of distant families I know that live with each other would have picked up on this in a year. He planned this for over a year. No damn way they didn't know. And if they knew, which I'm going to say they did in my opinion, and did not warn anybody, then I'm sorry, they obviously provided support. Because if you and me, as an American citizen, know somebody's about to commit a crime and we keep silent, that is accomplice to the fact. That is 100% accomplice. You go to jail for that. So yes, I'm going to say they knew. No damned way. No, pick your great colorful metaphors. In fact, pick a string of them way that his family had no idea. We didn't know he was this radical. Bullshit. Hey, Slowburn, how's it going? So yeah, I'm going to say absolute crap, and I'm very glad they've picked up his family. Yes, let's interrogate every one of them, and then boot them. And then put them on a list and say, if you ever come back in this country, you're going to end up in El Salvador. And as for him, I don't want him. We have a problem here. Do we want to jail this man on our soil, which gives Democrats a foothold to say, well, we should jail everybody on our soil. So then if a Democrat gets power, they just release them in our borders. Or do we send them out back to Egypt without really punishing them here? I know, horrid, but then maybe if the Democrats get power, they can come back in anyway. But to walk out gates in our own country by Democrat decree, or to try to come 12,000 miles back across the planet or so. Urgh. Me personally, I think a happy medium is to send this asshole to El Salvador. Pay President Bukele down there a little extra to give this guy a nice, friendly greeting, shall we say. A meet and greet with some other inmates. Yeah. A meet and greet from other inmates, courtesy of the United States of America, and those inmates, hey, we may make a deal with you to get you out of there earlier. Not for coming back here, but get you out a little earlier. If you say howdy to this guy, be very, very friendly. Be his pal. Yeah. So I'm going to say zero chance. But that is the problem we're stuck with. If we jail him here, Democrats have an in and could release him later. And they would. This poor man, that's already starting. The poor family, no. Or if we deport, I say happy medium El Salvador. Slow burn. These people are mentally ill because of the propaganda. 100%. Well, this is foreign. This guy is Muslim. They hate, I'm sorry, most Muslims, it's well known, they have a deep dislike for Jewish people. They're not pals. There's a lot of Muslim people, not all, but it's a huge portion that would love to wipe them all off the face of the earth. But, when the Jewish people are fighting with some of them, hey, don't even get me going about Piers Morgan. And I forgot the other guy he was talking to today on his stream, but the guy's a libertarian and he can be right at times. But if the war in Israel was fought the way he wants and the way Piers Morgan wants, if World War II was fought that way, it never would have ended. We would have had the last 80 plus years of life lost. Ignorant, stupid sons of dinkuses. I never want to hear proportional response again. But I digress. Mohammed's despicable actions will be prosecuted full extent, blah, 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 blah. I am continuing to pray for the victims of this attack and all their families. Our thoughts, our prayers go out to all of them, she added. I want them to know justice will be served. Hopefully served in an El Salvadoran jail. That's what I'd like to see. Let me know if you guys watch this later or even live. YouTube, Rumble. What do you think? Do you like my idea? Happy medium. Put him in the El Salvadoran prison. Don't jail him here. Because then Democrats get a foothold and say, we should just jail all the little illegals here. And then they release them if they get power, and they will. Walk them out. Come on. They knew these criminals were here and weren't doing nothing before. Even if we deport, without punishing him, back to Egypt, when Democrats get power, he's going to come back. So I think mine is the better one. Let me know what you think below. Do you think jail him here, deport, or send him to El Salvador for a friendly meet and greet? All right. Let's see. Soliman's family, who were stripped of their visa status, it was already expired. It was already expired, and for what a lot of people are saying, it was illegally extended in the first place. The Biden administration is giving out these work permits and these visitor visas like candy. They were nothing. There was zero vetting of anybody. If we look back at this guy's ties, we're probably going to find out they never should have let him in here in the first place. But they checked on nothing. They are currently being held at Dilley Detention Facility in southern Texas, sources told the Post. Officials intend to deport the family using expedited removal. How about just get the fuck out removal? You're here illegally. We don't need expedited, nothing else. Your husband is a terry towelist. Yes, you got to watch your butt on YouTube. Don't have to on Rumble. Yeah, and there's no damn way him planning it over here that the missus and the little chitlins didn't know. Honestly, do any of you guys, once again, in the chat live or later on, do you any of you really think his wife and his children had no clue he was this radical or planning this stuff? I say not a chance they didn't know. And their silence, that's being an accomplice. Soliman, 45, arrived in the U.S. in August 2022 on a tourist visa that permitted him to stay in the country until February 2023. He then filed for work authorization that granted him legal status until March of this year. But they weren't checking any of these people. The tourist visa should have been vetted. Now I'm going to bet you dollars on dimes it wasn't. Same with the work status. They were just granting work status as a way to keep illegals here like crazy. Oh boy. His asylum request is still pending at the time of the attack. Good way to help that. Soliman allegedly told police he waited until his daughter graduated high school to carry out the attack. So the daughter lives with him. At least this daughter, one daughter, lives with him. So mom and daughter had no clue. Neither the other 4 kids. Bullshit. He penned messages to his wife and 5 children and hid them in a desk drawer before carrying out the attack 100 miles away from his Colorado Springs home. Food and other items seen on the... Okay, so we took a picture of food in the guy's house. Yeah, that's relevant. Children's toys. So how old are these other kids? He waited till his one daughter graduated high school, but how old are these other kids? So far I haven't found. But you got toys like that? Unless she's riding this to high school for graduation. He obviously didn't give a rat's ass about his other children. Maybe just the one daughter who is probably as radical as him. Think of that. The suspect... Sorry, guys, I am checking the Rumble chat. The suspect allegedly told police he hated Jewish people and wanted to end all Zionist people, which, by the way, includes a lot of American citizens. If you have any support for Jewish people or Israel, you're considered a Zionist. Woohoo! Good thing they brought him in here. Good vetting. They vetted no one. As he targeted participants of the Run for Their Lives event, an unfortunately named event. I'm not going to make the joke here, but damn. That is a very unfortunately named event. Just saying. Sorry, my radar just popped up because we got some pretty bad storms in my area. We have some warnings. So we'll see how that goes for dog class tonight. The Run for Life event, which was organized to show solidarity for Israeli hostages in Gaza. Also a weirdly named event, considering everybody was 67. Yes, some 67-year-olds are in great shape. Up to 88 years old. I don't know about run for your life at that point, but hey. I'm not trying to make light, but you know what? Sometimes we got to make a little bit of light out of a horrid situation. Because, man, there's so much horrid shit going on. If we don't lighten things up a little, it will really seep in. That's why I always tell everybody I know that's really deep into news and media and politics, you got to walk away once in a while or find something fun or funny. I'm sorry. It's just, you got to. You can't let it get too deep into your bones. Soliman reportedly shouted, "Free Palestine," and sprayed members of the group with 87 They took the time to measure the octane. Are you sure it was 87? Octane gasoline from a garden hose he had fashioned into a makeshift flamethrower. Jeez. Of the 12 people injured, 8 victims, 4 men and 4 women between the ages of 52 and 88. Sorry, 52 and 88 were transported to nearby hospitals for treatment. Soliman remains in custody and is charged with federal hate crimes. Thank God. About time we started getting these lefties for that. And 16 counts of attempted. There we go. We got the attempted in there. They kept saying murder, but now it's attempted first-degree murder. He faces up to 624 years behind bars, which is absolutely stupid as fuck. I am tired of this. He's going to get 624-year sentence. Well, that's great if his name is friggin' Methuselah or Connor McLeod. Haha, or Duncan McLeod, you know. But, haha, yeah, TV reference. I get them in everywhere. Sometimes I wonder if I should be doing a lot more of my pop culture stuff. But yeah, this is stupid. 624 years? Nah. I think once we get over double your lifespan that's left to you, it becomes deletion. Yeah. Or I would prefer I would prefer, once again, El Salvador. But yeah, before we go on, I'll check the chat. They're mad at us in this country, but have never lived better because it's, yeah, dude. It just shows you how mentally damaged these people are. They come to America. His family, as you said, Slowburn, his family is living better than they can live anywhere in the world. Whether or not they should have been here or not, fine. They weren't vetted. I'm sure this guy, if we're going to look in the past, find out he never should have been in here. They vetted nothing. It just doesn't just happen in the last, couple of years he's been here that he goes this loony. He's been this loony. They didn't vet. But you're right. He's living great. His daughter's going through our school system. He's got other kids here. And he does this shit. That is mental derangement. It is JDS, Jewish Derangement Syndrome, where everything that goes wrong is the Jews. The Jews own Hollywood. The Jews own the banking. The Jews tell America what to do. They rule America. The Jews rule the world. That type of shit. JDS, Jewish Derangement Syndrome. 100%. I'm not sure they're tormented. I'm not. Their religious ideology clearly overrules what's good for them. And that's been throughout history, even a lot of Christians. You look at Christianity in the past, they've done some pretty horrid shit. Hell, our technology, we'd be 500 plus years more advanced now if for a long time Christians didn't go around, deleting every scientist that disagreed with the Bible. What? You disagree with the Bible? What? The earth isn't the center of the universe? Oops. The sun, the sun doesn't revolve around us? Ooh, you invented electricity. Yeah, that was the Christian church too. Religious zealots do not feel the torment you're talking about. I don't think so. I think their religion is built into them. It's just like how Democrats hate Trump. They can look for the 4 years they were lied to. The economy's fine. They called us names and attacked us for saying, hey, the economy sucks. Egg prices are up. Screw you, Judge, everything's fine. Even though these assholes could look at their own bank statement, their own wallet, their own prices in their own grocery stores, the interest rates where they're trying to buy houses, clearly could see we were right, but would still attack. And yes, sometimes physically attack centrist right people for even mentioning it. Would cuss us, call us liars. Once you become an ideologue, you don't feel that torment. You go with the ideology over anything. I mean, come on. Look, as soon as Trump got in office, all these ideologues said, hey, what about egg prices? 24 hours already got in. Egg prices are high. Oh my God, the economy. Yeah, ideologue. Don't let a good hate get in the way. And that's the way this guy is too. But that's just me, Slowburn. I just don't think, I agree with everything in your statement except the last part. I don't think they feel the torment. They're ideologues. It is their belief system, their religion, whatever it is, their hatred overrules everything by far. I mean, how tormented can he be if he gave less than a rat's ass about his wife and kids doing amazing here? Which also makes me believe that his wife and kids were 100% new, 100% were partially involved. 100%. I mean, jeez. Especially since this asshole knows we probably wouldn't do anything to his wife and kids. So this is BBC's version, and I'm just looking for anything new. Let's see. Assault, attempted possession of an incendiary device, a dozen people injured. I'm just looking. It said, we are investigating to what extent his family knew about the heinous attack. They had knowledge of it, or they provided support. No, the same theme there. Officials say the suspect's out. We know that, so it's the same quotes. I'm just looking for something different here, guys. But honestly, Slowburn, when you're the top country in the world, just like if you're anybody that's at the top of something, always going to be somebody that hates you, and not all the time for a good reason. It could be for any reason. Hell, if we stayed out of the Middle East, then they'd hate us for that. We've tried it in the past. Every time we stay out of some bullshit thing, We do. We get attacked for staying out of it. There's no way to win. If we get involved, we're attacked. We're horrible people. We stay out of it, we're attacked. We're horrible people. Star Trek, Kobayashi Maru. So yeah. And for anybody who watches this later, why am I debating Sloman? Because I will talk to people in my chat. We agree, we disagree. But I check the chat and I will talk back. I will debate with you and I will answer your questions. If you take the time to come here, damn right I should be. I should be answering your questions. I should be honoring your time coming here. So, and trust me, I've had a bigger channel and it gets hard when it gets up there. Sometimes near impossible. Oh, I'm good, Slowbird. Sometimes I can't tell, especially after the gym when I'm a little gentle, when I've gone a little too high. Gone a little too nuts. Let's see. The U.S. Homeland Security Secretary posted a video. Oh, this is a little new info. About how the defendant's wife and 5 children have been taken into custody. But she did not say, we'll have to look that up. If there are plans to deport the family members, well, the other one, New York Post says they want to. Okay. Homeland Security is responsible for enforcing immigration laws. No shit. FBI, Justice Department carried investigations. Let's see. Trying to see if I can find anything new here. The eldest of the victims is a Holocaust survivor. Yeah, that was real beautiful, wasn't it? Oh my God. The affidavit police said Soliman had admitted carrying out the attack, so maybe we can stop saying alleged. There's so much video evidence, him standing off of the cops, screaming this stuff, free Palestine, end Zionist, blah, 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 and then he just admits it. Now, I'm not doing the alleged shit anymore. Anybody else wants to do the alleged shit, you feel free. We're done. I know presumed innocent until proven guilty. I get it. You're on video and you would admit it. I think we can just say it. Sure, I'll have the trial, but really. We already read this stuff. Let's see. According to police documents, the suspect told officials he never talked to his wife or family. Right. We'll take your word for it, buddy. Right. And I've got that bridge. I've got that oceanfront bridge in Nebraska to sell you. Yeah, we'll take your word for it. Right. If he says that, if he went out of his way to say that, then that right there to me says they knew. Because, yeah, no, he knew. They knew. I mean, they knew 100% about his plans. He left a phone on a desk, left a phone in a desk drawer with messages to his wife and children. His wife turned the phone into authorities after deleting some stuff. And I'm sure if he wrote something on paper, I'm sure she gave that to him instead of burning it. Too bad he didn't have one of these Israeli pagers. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? Damn, Israel. Should have sent a nice free pager to this man. One of Soliman's daughters was recently awarded a scholarship by a local newspaper in Colorado Springs. Well done, newspaper. You awarded an illegal alien a scholarship that should have been given to an American citizen. And good job, Dad. That makes me once again think the family knew. This man didn't give a rat's ass about his family and wife. He knew they weren't going to stay here. 100% they knew. Coming to the USA has fundamentally changed me, she wrote in the scholarship application. Has it? Sorry, hate to sound like I don't believe him, but I don't believe him. Zero chance. If you are so smart, you got a scholarship. You missed your daddy being this radical and nutcasey and planning this for over a year. And, hey, Dad, what's with all the big bottles you're doing with the fuses sticking out of them? Why is that garden hose hooked to a gas tank? Especially considering where you're from, what part of the world, you think you would recognize improvised attacking devices. Just saying. You know, it's like an American, knowing what an apple pie looks like or our flag. Yeah. My Lord. I don't think so. I just don't believe it. Oh. Occupation forces, your audio and video are out of sync. Nothing I can do about it. That is a YouTube thing. There's nothing I can do about her. I can try refreshing, but if I do, it could blow me off the air, so I'm not going to mess with it. There's nada I can do about that. I am set up and working perfectly, and that's all I can do. So, sorry. If it's out of sync, you guys can try refreshing and see if it's on your end. I don't know. I'm going to say YouTube is doing it. If there was somebody on Rumble that had an account, they could tell me if it's the same way. I don't know on Rumble. If it's not on Rumble also, if it's on Rumble also, then my software did something stupid. If it's not, then it's in YouTube. So, nothing I can do about it, guys. But thank you for warning me. Okay. Shit, they're frothing at the mouth, hoping for a Republican to go off so they can say, I told you so. I don't know. I don't know what they could say, I told you so about. Explain what you mean. Republicans were already saying we told you so. They're already all saying it. We told you this was going to happen. I've heard a bunch of people saying that. I've seen the news saying it already. Hey, the Biden administration, we told you this is going to happen. They're already saying it. So I don't know what they can go off on and say, I told you so. Republicans have already said, we told you this was going to happen. You let in Terry towelists. So I don't know what else they can do. And I don't think there's anything I can do about a sync issue. Now, that would be a YouTube problem. Yeah, it's a YouTube problem. Because there's nothing I can do on my end. Because everything here on my end, on my software, looks good. So, yeah. Okay. Back at it. See, I'm not sure. Explain what you mean, Slowburn, because I don't get what you mean. Republicans have already said, we told you this is going to happen, the whole Biden administration. We told you you're letting in horrible people. I've seen on Newsmax, other news stuff, I've seen articles already talking about, well, we told you so, Democrats. I don't know how Democrats are going to come back on that. So, just saying. So, if I'm getting that wrong, toss it back at me. And somebody try refreshing if you're on Google. Or for anybody that has Rumble also, go check on Rumble, see if it's off sync, would you? Because there's nothing I can do. I'm trying to look at it on my side. Here, let me look on my side. I'm going to hit, you're going to hear me in the background talking, so I'm going to hit it on my laptop and see what exactly it does. See if it's off sync, would you? Oh, it is. Because there's nothing Okay, it's off sync, yeah. It is off. Let me refresh on my laptop and see if it changes. See if it catches up. If not, it's a software issue. There's nothing I can do. It's how my software and YouTube are linking up. I'm going to say it is a software thing with my computer or YouTube. Something didn't get friendly. Let me set this back up now. I am betting it's still off. Hang on, you're going to hear me in the background again. Didn't get friendly. Yep, okay. There's nothing I can do about the sync. It's how my software and the streaming is connected. And unless I stop the streams both totally. And I don't know if Rumble's off like that. Sorry, my weather popped up again my way. Let me check Rumble. See what Rumble is doing. No, Rumble won't play. Why is Rumble not playing? Okay, Rumble has 0 sound for 0 reason. I don't know what Rumble's doing. Why is Rumble muted? I don't know why Rumble's muted. That doesn't make sense. Okay, now Rumble just paused. Sorry, I'm trying to check it because I'm curious about what's going on. Rumble will not play sound for some reason. It's staying muted no matter what I do, even though I got the volume up. So I'm unsure why it is doing that. Why is that muted? Okay, Rumble isn't off. Okay, there you are, Slowburn. I see you. I see you, man. So it's a YouTube issue. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so Rumble's fine. It's a YouTube issue. And for some reason, Rumble, I can't. Oh, there it is. Tab's audio is being muted. I don't know why on my laptops. Okay. All right. Thank you, Slowburn. I appreciate it, man. Thank you much. But yeah, so it's a YouTube issue. Way to go, YouTube. All right. I mean, someone said to you the other night that your audio was low when you tried to fix it. That's when sync problems started occurring. Last night? So last night, there was a sync problem? Nobody said anything to me last night about a sync problem. Huh. Well, that's weird. So it's a YouTube issue. Because Slowburn was looking on Rumble, and Rumble's fine. So, okay, it's a YouTube issue. Don't know why, but I'll see what I can do later. 2 nights ago. See, I don't... Huh. Well, that's weird. Okay. Well, for now, there's nothing I can do about it. It is a YouTube problem. I'll see what happens on the playback. After I get back from obedience class, I will check the playback and see what it shows. From there. That's what I'll have to do. All right. So let's head on back to his kid here. The daughter continues, I learned to work under pressure. Yeah, I'll bet. And improve rapidly in a very short amount of time while I was helping Daddy make improvised devices that hurt people. I'm adding that. That is my opinion. Most importantly, I came to appreciate that family is the unchanging support. Really? Yeah, so you unconditionally support your family. Oh, okay. The newspaper reported she was interested in studying medicine. A profile in the Gazette newspaper. So they wrote up a profile on somebody they knew was probably not here legally, going to their school, and the paper gave her, instead of an American-born citizen, this scholarship. Screw you, lefties. That's crap. Until we get all the scholarships that are out there used on American citizens, then we go, oh, we have some extra ones. Oh, okay, then we can help somebody here legally. Just stupid. We're giving shit to people beyond our own citizenry. No. We're always helping people. Lefties are always good at helping people that shouldn't even be here. Good grief. Newspaper also reported when she was young, her father underwent a difficult surgery that restored his ability to walk. Okay. So you'd think maybe he'd have a little bit of reverence for, healthy and not injuring people, but nah. According to the FBI, Mr. Soliman said he was waiting until after his daughter graduated to conduct the attack so he could screw her out of her scholarship and drag her back to Egypt. Great dad. You worked really hard. You graduated high school, and they wrote you up on the paper, even though you're not a legal citizen. They gave you a scholarship, but nah. Good dad. Once again, ideology overrules everything for these people. Everything. I'm sorry, that sync thing is still driving me nuts. I don't see anything I can change. I see nothing I can change. On my end here, I'm pretty synced. I'm looking at it, and there's nothing that shows anything here. So what I would have to do is reboot my software. I know what it is. It's YouTube. I had an issue where YouTube wouldn't give me the chat. So I refreshed my dashboard, and I'll bet that threw it off. $100. So that threw it off. Way to go, YouTube. I think you would have that fixed by now. My chat sometimes doesn't work on my dashboard. It says, there's an error. Well, I went and opened another window and refreshed, and I bet that's what did it. Okay. Lovely. Now, I don't want to refresh it while I'm playing because God knows what will happen. So if anybody sees this later, yes, there's a sync issue, but it is a YouTube-only issue. Waiting until his daughter graduated. His daughter's high school graduation ceremony was last week. So then he decided to go out and attack people, so she has to go back to Egypt. So, and she won't be allowed back in here. That's it. This family gets booted. She will never be allowed back in here. Better or worse, no matter how you feel about it, she's done. She won't get her scholarship. Her younger siblings, I'm guessing they're younger by the toys in the yard we saw. Her younger siblings won't have the benefit of growing up here. They might have been deported anyway, but still. Soliman appeared in court on Monday via video feed from the Boulder County Jail for less than 5 minutes, standing and wearing an orange jumpsuit, and obviously with the Band-Aids on his face because he burned himself. He answered yes to some procedural questions from the judge, but otherwise did not speak. He is next due in court for the formal filing of charges and a bail hearing on Thursday. A what? I know it's a formality, but really? A bail hearing? I would love to be a fly on the wall for any type of bail hearing. Wouldn't you? A bail hearing. I would love to see his lawyer argue bail hearing. Holy bejesus. You can't, if you're his lawyer, there's no way. I'm going to say his lawyer won't even argue it. Say, yep, no, remand, of course. Yeah, we all understand remand. Or, I mean, do you think his lawyer will actually have the balls to go, Your Honor, I would like to say that my client deserves to be out on bail. Is the judge allowed to laugh? Just asking. Wow. But that is what we know right now. Boy, I don't think I can change the streaming thing. Sorry, it is really bugging me that it's out of sync, but I feel better knowing it's a YouTube issue because Rumble is doing good. So, hey, Rumble! This is a time where Rumble is beating YouTube. All right, slow burn. On your last comment, though, bud, you said, shit, they're frothing at the mouth, hoping for Republicans to go off so they can say, I told you so. What exactly were you referring to? Because I'm not catching it, buddy. I'm not sure. I'm afraid I answered you wrong or don't know if I even had that picked it up right. So either chat, just let me know exactly what it is you meant. Yeah. I'm not going to leave this jackass's face up here. I'm sorry. For once, I actually like my face better. That says a lot. And I won't be on much longer anyway. But yeah, I'll wait. I know it was a buffer, so I'll wait for slow burn. I want to know exactly what it is you were chatting about, my friend, because I'm not sure about that one. Other than that, what do you guys think? I think his family knew. I cannot believe they didn't know. That's just me. That is just me. Sorry, I'm looking over at Rumble. I'm watching Rumble. And Rumble, yeah, Rumble looks right. I don't have the sound on. I can unmute. Actually, hang on, guys. You're going to hear me in the background. Maybe. There it is. Oh, it won't let me unmute. Why does it not let me? There it is. Now I can hit this. Maybe. Oh, it remuted it. There it is. No, Rumble looks like it's off too. For me, Rumble is off. Yeah, for me, Rumble is off. So I think it's a software problem on my end. So I apologize, guys. Somewhere my streaming software did not link up properly. There's nothing I can do. But yeah, on my end, Rumble's off. Also. So that's a software problem. Yay! I'll take a reboot of everything, which I'll do when I'm done here. Alright, yeah, that's weird, because it is showing off on my end. Yeah, because I just unmuted and I'm not talking. I'm sitting while the sound is going, so okay. So maybe for you guys on Rumble it's good. I don't know. But that's just what I wanted to talk about. His family is arrested. I can't wait for them to be deported. I'll say good luck and good riddance. And don't try coming back. Don't try coming back. I don't think they should be allowed to stay here for his trial. As soon as we get any info out of them we need, if they are not totally found guilty and complicit, that we can prove in court, then they should be outski, done. Welcome back to Egypt, and don't come the fudge back. And no, we're not keeping you here for Daddy's trial. Daddy didn't care enough about you not to do this, so you could maybe have a chance to stay here. Maybe. So, All right, but that's about what I got, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry about the sync problem. It does seem to be on my end, as in my software. Went goofy. I'm going to bet, if I look in the background, I'm going to bet Windows is forcing an update. That's usually what happens. Because I did get something about a high usage on my CPU, but I'm not running much. You guys have seen me run streams where I got 12, 15 tabs open at the top of my screen and never have a bit of problem. Multiple videos running in the background, so never a problem. Usually, if I have that with barely anything open, that means Windows is forcing some type of update. So that would be my guess. So I will, when I'm done here, I'll boot everything off and then reboot everything fresh if I come back on later. So, all right, guys, I am going to hop out of here unless anybody's got some comments. I will check Rumble chat again. But yeah, I apologize about the sync issue, guys and gals and everybody else. And I will try to talk to you later. And if there's anything else new on this, if I can find out how the ages of these other children, I'll let you know. Because it does matter. It's like, man, this guy had young kids here. What a dick. I mean, poof. All right, guys, we got dog obedience class in a little bit, so I'm going to get off here, go talk to the wife, and get our doggies ready, and see what the storms are about to do here. We'll see if I have power layers. We got a hell of a gorgeous red line coming at us last I saw. So, yeah, let me take a look here. Let's see what we got. Oh, actually, I did have one quickie thing to talk about. One little thing. Woo, look at that. Okay, it's still a ways from us. Okay. It hasn't advanced as fast as they thought. Look at that. Isn't that purty? Oops, there we go. Isn't that purty? She coming. She coming. But it hasn't advanced as quick as they were saying. Okay, good. So we'll see. Ooh, that's old. And my phone did not refresh. That is like 420. What the hell? All right, let's try that again. Sorry. It's like everything around me doesn't want to work right today. There we go. Still wanting to go way back to 4 o'clock. That is weird as hell. Hey, Connie, I'm about to get off here, but my radar has a problem. It's only going up to 4 o'clock. Huh. I wonder if I can force refresh. So, my computer is not the only thing out of sync. So is my radar. Yeah, it's only going up to 4 o'clock or something. Where is refresh now? It is not giving me any options. Well, that's interestingly fun. So one of my radar apps has died right before a big storm comes. So I will try another one. Ooh, okay, that's closer. That is a little bit closer. That's a little bit closer to the blue dot. Whoa, look at that. I don't use this app that much because it's really slow to load and show the motion. But yeah, okay. So stuff is about to get frisky here. There's something wrong because this app is acting funny too. So maybe that's why my internet's off. That's why my sync is out. So I'm still going to blame my computer. I'm going to say there's a Windows update going on in the background. But one little thing I did want to show you guys, I totally forgot about. Because I like to always disprove the lefties when they say we're in a cult. And Trump himself said this earlier. Trump himself was talking about this. Elon Musk, I'm sorry, I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. It's Trump's big, beautiful bill. You know you did wrong, you know it. You know what? We all knew Musk was against this bill. We're not cultists. Trump knows that him and Musk disagree on some major things. He disagrees with Tulsi, he disagrees with RFK. It just shows that Trump is not the cult. We are not the cult. It is you lefties that are the cult. You are the ones that will attack. You've attacked Elon Musk because he suddenly didn't agree with you on everything. Because he had disagreements. Oh my God, he talked to Orange Jesus. Ah! We look at it and go, okay, Musk. Some Trump supporters are going to agree with Musk. Others are going to go, eh. And others like me are going to go, yeah, but it's the best Trump can get done right now. Do I like everything in it? No, but there are good things in it, and we need to do something while we can. We don't have another 6 to 8 months to dick around and hope, like a lot of libertarians, if I don't get everything I want, screw it. I either have 100% or I don't. Yeah, that makes you a lefty, libertarians. That makes you the Sith. Only the Sith deal in absolutes. So the Sith are like lefties and libertarians today. Because libertarians are pissly, whiny little bitches that if they don't get everything their way, they act like lefties. That I won't vote for it. No. That's a great way to never get anything done. But yeah, we knew this. Trump himself said this today. He's like, I knew Elon was against this. We don't agree on everything. Not the cult. You're the cult, lefties. Libertarians, you are also in a cult. You think it's okay if little kids have access to heroin. And if anything in government isn't done 100% the way you want, you act like lefties and throw fits or shake your head. I will not participate. So that's just me. All right. But you had rain yesterday. Well, it looks like we're about to get some. Even though the area I live in, the Quad Cities, we have this thing. It's well known. You can look this up. Because the way the river valley is here, it affects storms. Winter and summer alike. Storms will come right at us and suddenly split around the Quad Cities, go back together afterwards. It's craziness. So if that horrible line of storms splits around us, I would not be surprised. I truly wouldn't. Will I be in later? I hope so. I got to try to see if my sink problem will get fixed, but depends on how everything goes today or tonight. If I have power, we don't lose power here very much. I would like to be back in around 10, between 10 and 11, but we'll see how it goes. But for right now, I'll plan on being back on tonight later. So I have some other stuff to talk about, including I'll play this later. Kenyan former president, yeah. And we'll talk about that. I don't know how much more we'll talk about this Jack Nugget. I've kind of had it with him. Honestly, I don't know. We'll see what else. See if I can find any more info on how old his children are. And then if that's so, we'll be back. But let's see. Let me check Rumble chat one more time. No chat over there. Okay. So thank you over there. And it does look like the sync is off on that side too. So that is my software problem or my computer problem. So I will shut everything down, reboot everything, no more putting things to sleep. So that'll hopefully fix that. All right, guys, do me a favor, hit thumbs up on the stream. Share the channel out, share the streams out. I am trying to grow. I'm not pushing it, but I would like to grow just if not for nothing, no other reason, to have more people in the chat too, because I do good responding and discussing with people. So if you could please share everything out. If I'm going to be back tonight, I will throw a post up on Lyons Den WS6 on X, and I will do a post here on my channel. So, yeah. Oh, one last thing before I go. What do you guys think of my thumbnails? Do you like the Trump flex one, or do you like that one that's like Big Trouble Little China better? I have some others. I have a Ghostbusters one I'm going to do with Trump soon. Actually, a couple of those. One with him, a proton pack, and Nancy Pelosi. So let me know, what of my last thumbnails do you like the best? Let me see. I don't think I have them. I don't think I can easily share them from where they're at. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me see. I know I'm killing a little bit of time. I kind of like that solid hour. Downloads. There they are. No, I don't have them where I can just share them easily. I'll have to set that up. Yeah, my computer is showing a high usage, even though I'm not running much, which means there's an update going on in the background. So I just got another high CPU usage. From what? I'm not doing anything. So that to me says Windows is forcing an update. Yeah. Yep. In fact, even on my screen now, suddenly what I see on my screen just unsynced. And I was seeing it in sync at first. Yay. Yeah, because if I move my hand and talk, yeah, it's off by a little now. Now it's starting to come back. So yeah, there's an issue, something going on in my background. All right, guys, have a good one. Thumbs up. I'm going to get out. I won't make the hour. I kind of like the rounded hour, but that's just me. All right, sorry about the sync, and I will talk to you most likely later tonight between 10